Well, you know, with everything from a huge country music concert and an A-list comedian to a presidential candidate and now the ACC women's tournament. Boy, the Greensboro Coliseum is cranking these days. And speaking of the tournament, there's a lot more than you think that goes into preparing for this ACC tournament than just getting the floors down and floors painted. We got a look inside as preparations are underway. Well, I mean, huge numbers of people. Scott Johnson here with the Coliseum. You had how many events in how many days?
We had a lot of events over the last 3 days. It actually goes back through the middle of last week. But we had 51,600 people attend events on Friday, Saturday, Sunday through our facilities, and some major events and celebrities. So we had a great range of diversity of artists.
You know, and you look at this, and I'm out here watching all this going on. Now you've got the women's ACC tournament. You guys probably had to work through the night just to get some of this done, right?
Yes, we're a 24-hour night operation these days, and we had 16,000 plus at the AEW Stings last match last night that ended about midnight, and we are starting forward on our ACC women's conversion in all buildings, not just the Coliseum, and then we'll be ready for practices at noon tomorrow.
When they put these panels down, I mean, they must be like they interlock and they seal it up because, you know, we're no strangers to basketball tournaments. They know what they're doing, but that's a long process, isn't it?
Yeah, the court is actually probably the easiest of all because it is a puzzle and it's made to put together. The number of chairs, the number of tables, there's risers, the meeting rooms. It's just a lot of things you have to get ready, and then fortunately we'll sit in a week in the ACC women's tournament setup.
That's amazing. And so a lot of the periphery stuff too, like Fan Fest and all the stuff happening around, that's probably more work than what goes on right in this room.
Yeah, we have whole separate crews working on those facilities and other buildings. This is divided up in a number of crews. We put banners up last week to try to get ahead. So there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle, but it all comes together right before the tournament starts.
That's why I'm glad you have that job, not me. He's got a lot going on. Yep, so now we know what goes into this. It's a lot more than we think.
Ooh, the Coliseum has been busy.
Cranky.
Yeah.
Cat Williams, Dan and Shay, former President Trump. They, I mean, you name it. They had like 5 events or something in 4 days,
right.
And then they had to start last night at midnight to get ready for the women's tournament. So all those big pallets you saw in the center of the floor were actually pieces of the basketball court.
That is insane. They do it so quick. I know a lot of times we see it in time lapse, right, when they're getting it all done, but it's impressive.
It definitely is, and a great impact for our city alone too. So.
Millions and millions for us too. All right, we'll be right back. Stay there.